Hello, hello, hello. I am so excited to talk about this topic today because I've been hearing it a lot. Aaron, I dream of a bustling studio, classes filled to capacity, and a wait list of students to get into our programs. But I totally feel stuck because I'll add a couple students and then a couple will drop. And it's leaving me at the same enrollment numbers, which is totally frustrating. And I'm starting to wonder, like, what is the deal? So, you guys, in this week's episode, I'm going to break down for you how to decide what your next level actually is, and then how do we get there, right? So, if you're joining me, say, hey, Aaron, what's up? Let me know that you're here. I always want to know who's with me on my Wednesdays when I come on live. Because today is a big topic, my friends. Today is about scaling your studio to the next level. So, hello, 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 hello. Good morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you're at in the world. But hello. All right. So, I want to go ahead and dive right in today. I'm going to take a little drink of this. Pardon my raspy voice. We're in the midst of sickiness in our house. So, excuse me. So, I will do my best. Hopefully, everything is good here for you guys. All right. If you are just joining us and are new to this episode, and you stumbled upon us somehow, I'm Erin Bird. I'm your hostess with the mostest, and I come on every single Wednesday um, to support studio owners and educators to grow their businesses without the burnout, the overwhelm, or sacrificing your own personal life. Because the truth is that you can create your own unique vision of success. And actually, this today's topic ties right into that. So if you're joining me, say hey, Erin. Oh, what's up? Let me know that you're here. Also, if you'd like a copy of today's show notes, drop the word show notes below, and we will make sure to get those out to you as soon as they are available. Now, my friends, we do love to learn out loud here. So, as we're going through today's episode, if you have something that resonates with you or like an aha moment, I want you to let everybody know, like just type it in the chat because it helps people kind of lean in. Ooh, that must have been a good juicy nugget that I want to lean into. And it helps you anchor in those ideas as well. So, my friends, if you have something that comes up, share with us. We want to know. So, all right, my friends, are you ready to dive into today's topic of scaling your studio to the next level? So, the first question I have for you, if you're here with me today, this topic piqued your interest for one reason or another. And I want to know who right now, who's with me, because I could see who wants to scale their studio to the next level? Like me, raise your hand. Yes, I do. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking you want to scale your studio to the next level. Me, yes. Okay, perfect. Yay. All right, because here's the thing when it comes to scaling your studio or scaling your business for that matter. Whether or not you have a traditional brick and mortar studio, whether you have a mobile program, I mean, my goodness, you could have a floral business. I don't know why the flowers popped in my head, but anyway, like it doesn't matter what type of business you actually have. When you're ready to scale your business to the next level, we have to actually lean into a few things first before we actually decide what that means. So that's what we're going to dive into today. And then we're also going to talk about a little bit about how we break plateaus because plateaus in your business can be frustrating just like plateaus in your weight loss. If you've ever tried to like lose that last 5 pounds, it's super frustrating because it feels like it bounces and it gets super frustrating. I don't know if you guys have been there. I totally have. So, all right, let's dive into this topic today. Now, when we are thinking we are ready to scale to the next level of our business, we need to actually do this. We need to decide what is it that you really want? Because so many times I have studio owners come to me who say, Aaron, I want to scale, I want more students. And I have to say, why? Why do you want more students? Right? And this is where we have to lean into the idea, do we really want more impact? Do we want to serve more students so we can have a bigger impact in our community? Do we want more students because we want more money? Or do we want to scale because we want more freedom? Now, freedom comes in time, it comes in money. Freedom is a little bit bigger of a topic, but what is it that you really want? And the reason I ask that is going to kind of lead into our next qualifiers, right? So, my friends, if you're joining me today and you're thinking about, I want to scale, what do you really want? Do you want, number one, do you want more impact? Do you want to serve more students because you want to do more good in your community? Do you want to scale because you want more money? Whether it is for your studio, for yourself, for your staff. Good morning. Good morning. Do you want more money? And so that's what you actually want. Or do you want more freedom? You want to scale your business because you're like, hey, if I scale it, I grow it, I can actually pull back and have more time for me and my family. If I scale my business, I will be able to step away a little bit more and travel more. What is it that you really want? And y'all, this is a safe space here. So please share. When you take a moment to think about things, what is it that you really want? Because, yes, more impact in the community, sharing the benefits of lifelong dance across the age spectrum. Yes, more impact, right? And so more impact can come from more students, right? Serving a larger audience, right? All of the above, but my next goal is a paycheck for you again. Yes. Okay. So here's the thing. And this is why I'm asking my friends, because more students doesn't always necessarily equate to more money. There was a time long ago when I first started my business, the mobile business, where I thought to myself, if I just got more students, that would mean I make more money. But the math actually didn't work that way. Because for me, more students didn't equate to me just having a few more kiddos in my personal classes. What ended up happening when I scaled and I grew was that, of course, we served more and we did make a bigger impact in our communities, but our expenses increased. I had to hire additional support staff, I had to hire additional teachers, I had to do all that. And the ratio of things did not necessarily equate to me making buttloads more money, my friends. Didn't. And so this is where I always ask, what is it that you really want? Because if it is more money, right? And there's no shame in saying that, I would like to get paid more. There's no shame in that, my friends. But if it is more money, simply adding more students doesn't always do the trick. Okay. So this is why I want us to get clear on really what it is that we really, really want. For me, I'm going to just give you a little breakdown real quick, y'all. For me, when I first started Birdies, the idea was I wanted to replace my corporate paycheck that I was receiving for working for a corporation when I left. I wanted to replace that. And I wanted to be able to drop off and pick up my kiddos from school and have nights and weekends available. That was goal number one, right? And so we did that. And then as my kids started to get a little bit older and, seasons of life change, the next thing was like, okay, I don't want to just replace what I had. I want to make more, right? And the second caveat of that was not only did I want to make more money, but I did want to increase my impact because for me, I could only go and serve so many, right? And so I wanted to increase our impact, increase our finances, and actually number 3, um increase our freedom. So what did I mean by that? I wanted us to be able to go and take a vacation as a family whenever the heck I wanted to. Not just when the school calendar dictated, right? Or when our calendar, because we aligned our business breaks with the school calendar, but I'm like, ooh, everyone travels during Thanksgiving break or everyone travels during spring break. And I want us to be able to go whenever I want. So I don't have to deal with those crazy crowds, right? So that was the next thing. But I had to get clear on the next season and what I really, really wanted. Now I have to say, we're reverting back because now that Bella, my oldest, is in high school and she's in honors classes and things like that, we're finding that for us to travel, a couple weeks or whatever in the middle of the school year, not during a break, is a little bit challenging. And she's like, I don't like it. It gives me anxiety and I don't want to give her anxiety. So we have gone back to traveling for the next couple years, I think, during those traditional school breaks. But anyway, story time over. My point is, what is it that you really want in this season of life? And this is how we get clear on what we need to do to scale to the next level. Okay. So, what do you really want? Share it with me, and I will cheer you on, and we can help make some decisions together. All right. The second thing that we need to do when we are scaling to the next level is, I know this might sound kind of funny, but what is it that you're willing to actually do? There's a saying, and if you haven't heard it, it's new level, new devil. Now, new level, new devil. Every time you go to a new level in your business, there will be new challenges. There will be um, sacrifices that have to be made. There will be hard times, and each new level of success is going to bring new things. And when I say, "What are you willing to do?" Here's the thing: if you are expecting to scale your business to the next level, but not change a single thing or not or playing the game basically exactly the same to just not lose is not going to change anything for you. If you want to scale to the next level, you have to be willing to do new things that you have not done before in the past. Sometimes that calls for getting outside your comfort zone. Sometimes that's knowing when you need to get the support of an expert to help get you where you want to be. I mean, I know I've said it before, but y'all, if you are trying to DIY it yourself, if you're going to trying to go to Google University and trying to consume all this information, but don't actually have someone who's walking with you by your side to say, hey, XYZ, because you're willing to invest in yourself. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, you're not going to get different results. So, my friends, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to get uncomfortable and try new things? And what are you not willing to do? And that's okay, but we need to get clear on that because if you tell me, Aaron, I want to scale my business, I want to add another 150 students in the next 6 months, I'm going to say that's totally doable. But are you willing to put in the work? And if not, then nothing will change. You have to be willing to put in the work. So, what is it that you're willing to do? Yes, it is. And it is a lot of work. Okay, so here's the thing, it is work. Like, I wish that I had fairy godmother's magical wand and just could say, bibbidi bobbidi boo, you have 150 new students, right? It does take work. It is doable, right? Yes, it is. We've done it for our clients, but it is work. So, are you willing to do the work to get the results that you want? And I can't answer that for you. So, are you willing to do the work? Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead. And then the third thing that we need to think about is, what is the plan to get there? What's the plan? What are you going to do? What are the action steps? What are the timelines? What are the deadlines? Who are you going to get to help you? What are you going to delegate off of your list? What is the plan to actually get there? Because unless you have a plan of action where you're showing up consistently and making the steps towards your goal, you're never going to get there. And I have to tell you, if you don't actually have a plan, like if you get in your car and you're like, ooh, I'm going to go on a road trip and I want to go to, I don't know, Broadway. I want to go to Broadway and I'm here in California, but I don't know exactly how to drive there. I need to put it in my GPS and I need them to give me a path and a plan to get there. Right? That plan is going to give me those action steps. Hey, you're going to turn out of your neighborhood. You're going to go to Temperance. You're going to turn left. You're going to get on the freeway, right? It's going to give me the plan, the directions to get there. But if we willy-nilly say, well, I want to scale to the next level, and you haven't identified exactly what that next level is and the plan to get there, you surely will never get there. So, what is the plan? What is the plan? Now, before I dive in real quick to, I know a lot of you had asked me questions about this whole, I add a few, I drop a few, I add a few, I drop a few, and it's really frustrating and I don't know what's happening. So before we talk about those numbers plateaus, I just want to make sure that everybody knows about our upcoming masterclass inside the Empire Builders Club. Now, y'all, the Empire Builders Club, it is such a fantastic community of studio owners who are really committed to being lifelong learners, who want to learn more, who love to support each other, to cheer each other on. And it is me and my team coming in to support you every single month with a masterclass on a new topic. And this month, we're talking about nonprofits that profit, because ever since I announced that we launched a nonprofit over here and we received our first grant that we wrote for, right, which is amazing, of 45,000 for that first one, and we have some others since. I've been getting a lot of questions in my messenger like, hey Erin, da, 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 da. I've thought about it, but I don't know how to do it. Or, hey, Erin. And so I thought, you know what? Let's go ahead and have this masterclass inside of our Empire Builders Club for our community, because I think that having a nonprofit is a number one, how much good can you do? And there are so many misunderstandings or myths, I should say, around nonprofits that I thought, hello, we need to do a deep dive on this. I'm bringing in Miss Samara. She is on our team. She was an integral part because she is a nonprofit expert. And she was an integral part in us actually launching our nonprofit, writing that first grant, and seeing the success inside our nonprofit. So that is happening actually, y'all, this Friday. inside of our Empire Builders Club. So if you want to join us, you guys, and be part of the Empire Builders Club, what are you waiting for? Y'all, it is absolutely amazing. And I know a few of you that are here with me today are in our club. So I'm sure you can drop some little nuggets about what you love about it. But I have to tell you, my friends, that you guys, the value that you get is bananas, in my personal opinion, but I think the members would say the same as well because we are coming in, we are sharing these nuggets. You get that masterclass, you get a live Q&A with me every single month where you can ask me anything about your business. Like it is hot seat coaching. You say, "Hey, I'm struggling with this or this situation came up or I'd really like to do this," right? Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Joining the club is the perfect first step. It is like dipping your toe in the water and saying, "Oh, wow, there's a lot of goodness here," right? And it's really not a huge time investment. So I think that it's a perfect way to start. You guys, if you want to join us for the Nonprofits Who Profit, you can join us this Friday, my friends, this Friday. And if for some reason you can't make it this Friday, you're going to competition, that sort of thing. If you want to go ahead and join, you can get a copy of the replay as well. Oh, yes, thank you. It's helped clarify objectives and how to achieve them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, so good, right? So, nonprofits that profit, y'all. We're going to be talking about that this Friday. So, I hope to see you there. If you have questions about our Empire Builders Club, just drop the word Empire below and I will reach out. We can chat about it and I can give you more details if you'd like. All right, let's go ahead and dive into that little point that might feel like it's jabbing you in the side of I add a few, I drop a few, I add a few, I drop a few, and it's just feeling almost stagnant because I'm at this plateau where we keep bouncing back and forth and back and forth. And Erin, I don't know what's going on. And here's what I have to tell you, my friends. Couple things that I want you to know, that I want you to lean into. Really listen when I tell you this. Number one, a few drops are going to happen. They're a natural part of our business. Right now I hear from some studio owners, "Erin, oh my gosh, I had so many drop this week because of spring sports now, because now they're doing softball or now they're trying volleyball or track and field is coming or whatever sport it is." And they're like, "Oh, we're having so many of our rec students drop or da, 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 da." Now, I have to say that again, when you say, "Oh my gosh, so many," this is factor feeling. When we do the math, is it a small percentage of your total student base? Right? So there's that point. The other thing is when people tell me that they're having a lot of drops, my question to you is what retention activities have you been doing strategically throughout the year to ensure you are keeping as many students for the full term, for the full season as possible? What retention activities are you doing? And how are you being intentional about them? Retention activities are essential. And sometimes what happens is I see studio owners who are like, "Well, we do XYZ, or we're doing this, we decided to do a parents' night out." Is that really a retention activity in your studio? It might be. Or they say, "Well, we're doing things and we're so busy and da 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 da. Like we love on our student." That's not an intentional retention strategy, right? What retention strategies are you working throughout the year? And it can't just be once a year, my friends. We have to be intentional And we personally have 4 very specific retention activities that we do throughout the year. 4. And of course, the timing is based upon data that we have looked at for traditional drop cycles. So those retention activities happen just prior to when we would traditionally see drops happening in our business to try to help mitigate some of that risk. So, my question to you right now is first of all, have you been tracking the data? Let me know in the comments below. Have you tracked, if you've been in business for more than a year, have you tracked your drop cycles? When are they happening? Do you know? Yes! Sorry, my throat. I am cracking like a teenage boy. Yes, thank you. We have to track them. And if you haven't, I urge you to start looking back, looking across this year. No. And here's the thing, you're not alone. So many studio owners don't track this data because it gets so busy with all the other things. But to make wise business decisions, we have to track data. It's important. Okay. So, number one, have you been tracking the data? So then we can make our decisions based upon that, not off of a feeling or I think. It's a, well, data shows me every year in March, I have a huge drop because that's when softball season starts or whatever, right? We have to track the data. I know numbers aren't the funnest thing, but they don't lie to us. They are what they are. All right. The other thing that we need to take a look at is, are we tracking the data? What retention activities are we doing? And with those retention activities, what is the actual objective? Yes. Okay. So good. Okay, first of all, can we celebrate that you are 3 seasons in, you've been growing at every enrollment cycle and haven't experienced a drop yet? Can we just like totally celebrate that for a moment? Now, I have to say I'm a little bit sad because you guys, I'm in the middle of moving our offices to a new bigger building. And so everything's crazy and I don't have my clan clappers. I don't have my hand clappers. I'm so sorry. But that, my friend, is something to celebrate that you are growing at every enrollment cycle. Yes. Okay. Now, what format do you use to track? So, for us, we do use a combination of our CRM system as well as just a spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet. We literally look at the numbers inside of one of our programs, inside of our Empire Roundtable, we have a enrollment tracker that we share with our clients inside there, and it literally lets you know what you're at, red, green, yellow, as far as enrollment in a particular class. And it lets us know exactly where we're at, where we're dropping, all that good stuff. So we track the data in combination with the two. So hopefully that helped you, but it doesn't have to be overly complicated, right? You could totally track it in Trello. You can track it. I mean, it doesn't matter where you track it. The fact is that you need to track it, right? And it needs to be easy and for you to understand, right? So I have some clients who come to me and who are like, oh, I hate spreadsheets. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about how you process, right? And so Trello is a great place for them to track data and things of that nature because to them, it's like a digital sticky note system. And y'all know I love me some post-it notes, right? So Trello might be a great option for you, but you have to decide what works really well for you because if it doesn't feel good to you, you won't use it. That's the key, right? So, has to feel good to you. So, there's different options. What's your go-to? For a lot of people, it's really easy to do it in a spreadsheet, in a Google Sheet or an Excel or something like that. All right, retention activities. What are you doing? Are you tracking the data? And then here's the third point. Again, dating myself. Oh my gosh, you guys, the other day I was having a conversation with a director, and I said something. I go, "Oh my gosh, I'm totally dating myself, and how long I have been teaching." Right? Like totally dating myself. Okay, so my friends, what are you doing to consistently be bringing in new leads and enrolling new students? I There's this movie called Boiler Room, which again, probably dating myself because it's older. I mean, it's not super old. I mean, I'd say the movie is probably what, 30 years old, maybe. I don't know. I should probably find out. If you haven't seen Boiler Room, I'm not saying it's an epic great flick because really it's not. But what I will tell you is that there's this thing in there and it's there like always be closing, right? Your goal is to always be closing, always be making sales, always be showing up and bringing in new leads. Because if one drops, we definitely want two to fill. So, what is your overall marketing strategy and plan to always be enrolling? And yes, I said always. Even right now, right before recital season, what is our plan and our strategy to continue growing, gaining leads, nurturing new students into enrollment? What options do you have available for people? Because I will tell you this much, if you tell people, "Oh, who inquire today that you have to wait 3 months or whatever," they're moving on 100% to another activity or to something else that they can start right away. Now, today is not the day to dive into all the things. Yes, 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 yes. So, new beginner sessions throughout the year, 12-week, 9-week, 6-week, depending on when it is during the season. Yes, we have to have something available, right? So, my friends, when it comes to scaling your business to the next level, if you are struggling with enrollment numbers because you've decided that what you really want is to make a bigger impact through larger audiences, right? Through a bigger student base, then, and you're struggling with this bouncing back and forth, it ha- it it shows me that we either a have not done our job during the year in retention activities, B, have not educated our community enough to understand the value of doing a full year or sticking out the season. Because here's the thing, what we also need to understand is that a lot of people don't understand why dance is a full year when you go to a sport for 3 months, right? People don't understand. So, have we done our job educating our community? And what are we doing to always make sure that we are always closing? We are always bringing in new leads. We are always talking to new people. We are being upfront and out there in front of the community so we could become known as the go-to studio in our community, no matter what time of year it is. Okay, my friends. If you need a little bit more support, if you feel like you're stuck at that plateau of scaling your business and you would really love to kick it up a notch, highly increase your enrollment, let's chat. Like I said, we have friends here who are happen to be on today's live who have added, 100 plus students in 6 months to their studio because they decided to get the support that they needed to fix the gaps, to fix their enrollment system and strategy. And now it's like running like clockwork. But it didn't happen from them just wishing about it. It happened because they said, I need support. I see that there's a problem. I really would love to fix it. And we had a conversation about how to make that happen. So, if you want support, if you're ready to scale it to the next level, if you're ready to grow your enrollment or grow your time off or grow your income without increasing a single student, which you guys, I have to mention, is an option. You realize that you can increase your income without adding another single student to your studio, right? That's an option as well. I have some clients who came to me who said, you know what? I don't want more students. I actually would like less students because I really would love to be a boutique studio. I said, awesome. Let's make it happen. This is how we have to revamp and rebrand and right. And we went to work and guess what? She's living the life now because she has the studio of her dreams, which fits in with her unique vision of success at this season and stage of her life. Just because you wanted something 10 years ago doesn't mean that's what you want now. And that is okay. That is the evolution of you and your business. And if I can leave you with anything is I want you to take a look at some major companies. Think about Apple. My gosh, y'all. Apple not only has rebranded, if you go back and look at their logo over the years, it's been an evolution. It has changed as along with their business. Don't be afraid of change, especially if in your heart you're like, this isn't working for me. Scaling to a different level does not mean the same thing for each person. New levels can mean a multitude of things. It isn't just about more students. Now, it can be, my friends, it can be. But I want you to really go back to that number one. Go back to that number one. And that number one is what is it that you really want? Because from that, we can go from there. We can create the plan to align with what it is that you want and get really strategic about it. And my friends, if you're thinking a nonprofit is part of the equation for you and you want to know more, you cannot miss this masterclass this Friday inside the Empire Builders Club. And I will come in and drop the link for y'all in the chat so you're able to click on it. But know, my friends, that the Empire Club, it's the place to be. I mean, we're talking about nonprofits that profit this month. Last month, we talked about recital madness. We've talked about enrollment strategies. My goodness, y'all, we're going to talk about additional revenue streams. We've talked about camps. We cover all those major good topics. And my friends, you will get so much clarity, like it was said, of your objectives and how to achieve them and have a really great community there that's like seriously cheerleaders and there to support you and a little bit of tough love from Mama Bird when you need it too. So, my friends, I'm going to leave you there. I hope that you have a fantastic week. And here's the deal. I would love for you to share with me in the comments below, even if you come back in on the replay, what is scaling to the next level look like for you? That way, here is a community we could support you and cheer you on as you get to that next level. It's important to celebrate the wins, right? So drop it in the comments below. Let us know what it is that you would love to do when it comes to scaling to the next level. Is it increasing enrollment, increasing income, increasing impact, increasing freedom? I would love to go on a vacation anytime that I so well see fit, right? That's what I wanted for a while in our life. I mean, I'm still not opposed to it, but I also know that this season of high school honors, AP classes, and all the extracurricular activities, it's restricted us a little bit. So, my friends, let me know, how are you going to scale to the next level? What does it look like for you as you are entering in? Right now is the planning season. right? For summer and for fall. What we do right now will dictate what those look like when it comes to terms of tuition structures and scales and enrollment strategies and things of that nature. What we do right now does matter. So if you need support, let me know. If you want more information about the Empire Builders Club and how you can join us this Friday for our Nonprofits That Profit Masterclass, drop that below. I will reach out to you. And until next week, my friends, I hope that you have a fantastic week filled with so much joy and aha moments that make your heart sing. So I'm going to leave you there. Have a fantastic one, my friends, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.